2013 new version server with SDR, the TF2 SDK, but with Half-Life. So all you do is you go into the terminal and you type in start underscore crime 6.sh. Of course, I'm being facetious here, but let's see if it worked. Let's see. I compiled my mod. I get cloned the Source SDK 2013 multiplayer, and then I'm gonna launch like a mod I just like copied into just source mods, just out of that the mod HL2MP. This thing, just like plain everything, stock everything. My first HL2 mod. So that's what it should be called, and it should be called that because it's called that. And I lost the file that tells me how to do all this. Yes. So I might not tell you all of the nitty gritty, but I'll tell you the theory and how to do it. The first thing I did was go to the AI and ask me why I'm crashing. And the reason I was crashing is DLL errors. I wasn't linking right. There are currently no games. Uh-oh. So that's bad. Means they're not running right. Something is wrong. And I actually saw some other people's servers here too. So this server is on my LAN. But interestingly enough, it is... Okay, so I need to log in as the Steam user. That's one thing I didn't do right this time, is I forgot my Steam password. I just need to go and change my Linux password. Linux password change. I love how I keep forgetting how to do this, and I've done this before to like change the root password with SteamOS. SteamOS is Debian based. So it'd be nice to do a tutorial like this. Or if someone can do a SteamOS one. So, sudo. So we'll start with. So we know it starts up, but this is launching it as user, like I'm user. It's a root user. So let's. My username is Steam. Password for user. I don't know. We'll just create a password. I'm gonna have to like flash my security or something. I don't know. Yeah, we'll just use this. Whatever. I also have a remote login through SSH and Notepad++ to the server, so I'll make the password OK, KK, or NNN 333 pound $7. Something easy to type for now. Yeah, I might mess up the $$ because my keyboard is under the table. Alright, let's see what that did. Sorry, try again. Enter password for user. Oh, that's the password for this user. Okay. So why? I am entering the password for user. Change another user's password opens replacing username with a target account. Enter your own pseudo password if prompted, and to type a new password, hit press enter. I'm really bad at typing my own password. Or this is like being stupid. I love doing this. I always screw this up. Sometimes the keys are a little sticky. I don't think this is the case here. Uh-oh. Now this is bad. Like, why? Let's just try this. Duplicate the session. It's like, there's the password. Like, I got it right. Maybe I have to do is type it out. Just enter password for user. New password. Okay, that worked. I don't know why. Something buffer garbage. Whatever. Alright, so password. So now we do su steam. I have steam cmd installed. So we can't be in this directory. So we go into home/steam. And we're in home/steam. We compiled source SDK 2013 using their build system. Then I moved over the binaries. I'll try to find the Gemini prompt I used to do all this. So if we cd source and look at that. Yeah, so build all project 64 release. So I made a release build. And I copied over the release build because I wanted it to be fast. This is not like running Jolt physics. We're not doing something super advanced here, but just like the base stock. Like that was alright, so here I set up I believe I used Steam CMD in some folder. I don't remember where it was. Let's cat start crime6.sh. Let's terminate it and the other one. So we're not like running over the same port. I'm just going to do it the correct way. Type and quit. So this is a headless server. Now with the headless server, I don't have a UI. I don't get all that UI bullshit. Now that's good because like my computer doesn't have to like overheat on like garbage like running the video. The video card is a 970 with 4 gigs of RAM or something, but it maxes out at 3.5 according to tech specs and just lags. Okay, let's see if it logs into Steam once I try to launch my server with my like little config. Okay, server's liberating. We didn't get that Steam API field yet, so that's good. So assign anonymous server. Now here's what you must also do once you actually get to the position to this point to be able to do this, is you must go in your partner's Steam and you must add the server to a whitelist or allowed list. I should actually change the name of that list type. It's like saying black versus white in chess. It's actually light versus dark because of, we live in the world where everything is controversial somehow. It got that way, but it's just whatever. I don't remember my Steam password and I can't. Yeah, basically, I'll just Steam add server to whitelist, right? So Steam has this whitelist manager. How to enable whitelist? Or I can just like log in on the other screen, if possible. Guess my Steam password. I think I really need a new keyboard. My keyboard is fine, it's just that it's a cheap keyboard and my keys are getting janky, I guess. I need to disable the webcam on the stream. Like, which one doesn't have it? Okay. Next thing I need to do is just go webcam only. Close some files and just log into Steam. Sorry. It's like privacy crap. I wonder I can't like guess my Steam password right. It's like wrong. Alright, so I'm logging into Steam Partner and closing some stuff down I need to close down. yeah, it's just like the security of this is also kind of like really important. You want to be able to secure your server, even if it's behind a firewall like mine is. And this is the point. This is the really big point. Okay, your back server secure mode disabled. I don't know why that happened. It should be back secure also, even though there's like no kind of anti-cheat thing I'm running. Let's refresh this again. Huh, okay. S API field, access to Steam interface and before Steam API succeeded. Now, why is that? We should be on the good list. What I will want to do with this, is try to run vscript. Let's just ask, and I want to try to make HTTP map download work, and then pack-rat a map, and like make like a little mod that anybody can run. That'll be stupid thing. Like it's just like all these problems. Like it all succeeds, and then you go to sleep, and then everything is destroyed next time around. This is expected when you run Steam servers, like in TF2 and Counter-Strike, whatever. Write a squirrel script for my HL2MP server to spawn weapons in locations 0, 0 and 100, 0 and minus 100, minus 100, 0. I don't know. Just tell it something and then just copy paste that we're in this terminal. This is just a side project thing. We're just doing this just to increase our sanity here. But what I need to do in order to speed this up is so I guess there is a way to do that. We can actually embed this into the game without having to mod the game. We could have code without having to compile the DLL. And now what it should have told us, let's quit this. Let's try the other one. Let's try 5. Maybe 5 was the successful one. Alright, so we saw Steam sockets like go crazy. Steam networking sockets, lock held for performance, async, config, general symptom, performance problem, thread starvation, fetching performance symptom, no account token specified, login into anonymous game server, use SV set account to log into a persistent account. I think we need that. So how do we do that? Okay, let's just try this over again. I will try to find the prompt that generated this. It's like before it used to be allowing spawn install CMD Ubuntu. Yeah, so this is Ubuntu 24.04. Make sure you have that installed. Then it's the most like up-to-date Ubuntu, and you could install it headless, or you could install the other one that's not headless, and you could also install it on gcloud. So this is like the power horse of it all. This can be clouded. All right, so how long is this prompt? Oh geez. All right, I'm going to show you guys what I went through here. Well, when I scroll up, it's still loading. So let's just Come on, Shift Enter, damn it. Shift Enter sometimes will just send it. Well, let's just do this. Please help me make my HL2MP server log into Steam so SDR works. So SDR is Steam Datagram Relay. It is the thing that gets me off the NAT and uses Steam servers. And LLM AI will help me with this. So let's, and then I'll explain how I did this. And I had 2 results. So let's go through the result number 1. Okay, to fix SAPI fail and get SDR running, following steps. Go to your Steam Game Account Manager page. Use API for Steam dedicated server. Use app ID 232370 for Steam dedicated server. Yeah, so you go to this account user management page, and I've added my server. I don't know why that's expired. Regenerate token. Alright, so I have new token now. What was my old token? Damn it, like where do I put this? Now, let's try to also add another server for the base client ID, for app ID, this. I don't know. I don't know what else to call it, whatever, fun server 1. Let's just add another server. So this and this, because this is for my game app ID, so this is how you would add it. You would put your Steam partner app ID here. Oh yeah, I forgot to log into Steam partner. I did, but I forgot to tell it yes on the phone. Login request expired. And then my phone like super lags. Alright, let's check our game info. So I actually wanted, okay, fake IP authentication succeeded, VAX is activated. So that actually did that while I was running it, just by going to that page. So you set your SV Steam account, your token here, and option B, add it to your server config file, which I would recommend highly. You add it to your startup command line. He says this is recommended, but I would recommend this. I would recommend option B. Add it to your config slash server.config file. Set SV Steam account, your app token. Why? Because it helps you save it to a file that you're familiar with. Even though a BAT file, like an SH file, you'll still save it to a file with option 1. But it's more prone to like stupidities. I don't know. I just prefer the server config file. I'm more old school BAT file server. Ensure that your Steam app ID exists within the main server. Source dedicated contains the only number 2323. Okay, that's the crime or step ID. Also ensure Steam client that DLL is present in your bin folder. Now, this is if you're running it on Windows. So you could do the same thing on Windows. And since you are using enable fake IP, which you need to do to adjust your Steam SDR networking in order for it to be enabled, net port, net public, your public IP address, helpful if you're behind a NAT router. This, interesting. I might consider doing that, but you don't have to, and it should work. If it persists, you can manually enter a key now, trusted keys base.txt in your Half-Life 2 config and move the folder and silence an error. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to create like another folder for our game, and we can launch it with this command here. Let's see what happened over here. There's no games. Alright, so this is the wrong IP. It is the wrong folder. So let's do this. Linux, copy entire folder with contents. So our folder name here, our other folder name is mod hl2 rename. I really want to just run the regular. So let's quit this for a second, I guess. Yeah, we have to, because I have to get it out of Crime Wars. Start crime 5. All right, let's just cat start crime 5.sh and then I'll go over how I set this up. All right, so use Steam networking. You need that. You use enable fake IP dash for that. The map name. Now in HL2MP, I have my mod app ID. Why is this Steam app ID set to 320? Oh, it's because this is the wrong folder. Because the folder should be mod HL2MP. And it's not here. Where is it? Oh, CD mod underscore crime, I think. And then here, we got, it's like other shit, like I am GUI. It's not supposed to even be in here, but it is because it got copied over by accident. That's why that's there. All right, so this is this Steam app ID. Yeah, so I was trying to host my mod here. The folder that we don't have, what's in bin? Yeah, this is all my SO files that I needed to have here. I don't know if they were there before. So before I do the other part of this, let's just yeah, so logged into Steam successfully. Mod crime. We could launch mod crime and I could prove that it works. SDR network config fetch failed one time. Try again. Something failed here. I need to relaunch this. Alright, so what I did in order to get the server to work in the first place was what this whole video was supposed to be about, and I'm finally getting to it. But it is kind of what it is. It's a draconian process. So yeah, you have to link these ELF files, and you will probably have to do the same thing on other Linuxes, and it might be different. And I would just keep hammering the AI I like to use, whatever, Claude, Grok, ChatGPT, Gemini. I use Gemini. Use something where you can have a long-ass context, because it might get a little lengthy. Okay, this is other thing that we want to get to. Where is it? Damn it. Okay, this is where it is. Alright, so let's start from the beginning. How do I install Steam Runtime Ubuntu 2404 server command line? To install Steam command line, you can use App Package Manager. Okay, Steam CMD is the tool used for installing and updating dedicated servers and includes necessary Steam runtime. First, you need to enable multiplayer repository. I didn't do this, I think. Or maybe I did it before, so I didn't need to do it. So, yeah, so sudo add app repository multiverse. This is so you can have the 32-bit architecture. Now, you don't really need this. Why? Because we're building 64-bit architecture. Now, if you know what you're doing, building stuff, yeah. So don't look at this video. Okay. CC cache, fatal, slash Steam runtime, bin, GC++, return no such file, build model dialog, fatal. Okay. So this is the first thing I started getting. The build script makefile or similar configuration file is hard coded to look for a GCC compiler in Valve Steam runtime GCC. Step 1, find your system's GCC. You can find the path. Okay, but we need to use like Steam's GCC. So, blah, blah, blah. It tells me this. I kind of ignore it. So then, I tried to download the Steam and installed Podman, because you need Podman in order to do this. What is it called? It's the Docker or whatever. It installs all this stuff, and then stuff starts working. This is my terminal. Yeah, so it installs. Could not find Steam runtime directory. So we still need to maybe install Steam runtime in order to get this to work. Let's see. I'm compiling source SDK at this point also, because I was like, oh well, I'm gonna need the mod DLLs, duh. So I get the Steam runtime and I get the Podman container. You've also attempted to install Podman, which is a container management tool. It's like an effort to contain a container inside the build process. While this is the right approach, you simply installing Podman isn't enough. You need to create and enter correct environment for building the project. Building inside a container. Then it talks about docker.io steamrt/soldier, which is a the Soldier is a version of the most common used for source engine games. This image is large. So there's also Scout and some other ones. You could look up what that's all about if you Google enough about it. So sudo podman run -it -rm -privileged -v mount compilation parameters build project. I don't know why it gave me this command. I don't know if I ran it. cd project source and yeah, so it kind of assumes the old version of source. If you're building the old 32-bit one, you would do make -f games. That's not in our case though. Actually, it compiled successfully using old Steam runtime from 2013 because I know kind of exactly from earlier versions of Source SDK and pbuild that supports it. Anyway, this is the only small issue that some folders in directory probably can't be due to permissions or don't exist or something. This is the output. Okay, so chmod could not server.so. So this is me like building the mod real quick. Missing copy object. The gen gdb.sa script hard-coded path for object copy from another tool from the Steam runtime, chmod issues. So it just couldn't like copy shit like the debug file, the debug symbols and the DLL, the Linux DLL.so file. So at this point, I'm just explaining how to compile Source SDK on Linux on a headless thing. So you need to like have your mod source code and then go and compile it. Now, if it's like the older type, I don't know what to tell you. I would rebuild it into the 64-bit version. Because Steam wants it 64-bit in order to get SDR. So okay, so in the bin directory I have client.so, client underscore srv.so, server.so, server underscore srv.so. So I've got those files 64-bit compiled. How do I run this Linux headless server with this mod? Okay, so now we install CMD, login anonymous, install source SDK using Steam CMD. So now we install like source SDK server. But I don't remember which one has the binary for the 64-bit. It tells us to get the, again, to repository multiverse and add the architecture 386, but no. Alright, so we installed app 244,310 source SDK multiplayer dedicated server. I'm not sure which one mine is, which is kind of bad. But yeah, once you see that there's a sources srcsd underscore Linux 64, that's the one you want. Now, after that, I tried to find where it was on the computer using locate, and then I found it. Then I copied the my mod straight into that folder's base without having to like, don't symbolically link it. I didn't want to do that. I just wanted the files just to be there, right, so you could read it. Then I started getting a lot of .so missing errors. And this is what my output was like. Warning, failed to load 32-bit libtin info 5 or libn curses so5. Please install 32t info 5 and curses libs i686 / equivalent for read-on time. Blah blah hashes something with VPK shutdown. Studio render is not on the list. Static power packages shut down. All kinds of bad things happened. Server quit. Yeah, so it was just quitting the server. So unable to load module sound emitter system.so. Unable to load interface v sound emitter. And so this is where the headaches started. Like, it's like I was like, uh-oh, this is gonna be like hard. It's gonna suck. And so something about sudo dpkg add architecture i386 sudo apt update sudo apt install lib t info 5 colon i386. Try launching the server again. Try launching again. Alright, this is not the end of this. There was more. There was so much more. I don't know where the other side of this is. I might have opened another Gemini because I was just running out of, not just context, it just gets laggy. TF2 32-bit server setup on DDC, no. There was another prompt. Basically, you got to get this like elf locator and locate the still files at once and link them somehow. But that's... Damn it. This is what we were just looking at. Right? Yeah, it's the same thing. Let's just paste something from... something from the thing. I mean, it should remember. Let's paste this string. It was somewhere. It should have been. Spawning weapons with pscript, building sources decay on Linux, fixing sources decay compilation error, setup guide. This looks okay. Is this a different one? Oh, this is different. Okay, yeah. This one says sudo apt install lib c6 i386 lib std c++6 i86 multi-lib. Run a dedicated user we recommend for security. Add user Steam server. I just use the Steam user, but you could also add a Steam server user, I believe. Clone the repository, DevTools, fmake. Alright, copy the config. Okay, this looks like a Windows setup. Allow the ports. Yeah. This looks like a really simple, broken down version of stuff, you know? It's not it. Let's search for elf also. This should be like pretty recent. It can't be July 4th. Just gonna go by the date compile install G. Installing SDL2. No. This is this one. Damn it. This might be it. It's like crazy searching through AI prompts in order to find this. It looks like it's talking about what we want. But what I really want to explain is the Linux DLL system. This is me like after already like getting excited and telling it how I'm going to have insecure and secure different instances. Alright, so the nuclear launch script has like this pound exclamation mark slash bin slash bash new line export capital LD underscore library underscore path equals home Steam user source SDK 2013 slash bin slash Linux 64 colon home slash Steam slash local slash dot local slash shared Steam slash cmcmd slash Linux 64 colon slash user slash lib slash 886 underscore 64 Linux gonna the nuclear launch script. Alright. That like fixes the SO files because we need to link the SDK bin folder. Fix the link in the hidden steam.steam folder where engine checks specifically for the Steam client.so, which we need for a lot of reasons, to run the SDR, to link to Steam, for it to log into Steam automatically, we need to use this command called LDD, replace slash path to real with result defining command. So you have to use the find command in order to find the Steam client. Let's just run this. Remove the broken symlink, and we have to symlink it. And once you do all that, but that's what you need to find. That's what you need to tell the AI to help you how. So yeah, it'll tell you these ELF 32 or 64-bit files where they are. You will link them to your server, and you can get it to work. because this was just atrocious. Now here's another nuclear thing you have to do. You have to ln from steam client.so to libsteam.so because create a symlink in the engine bin folder, so it's the first thing is found. So you're creating these symbolic links, so it will find these DLL files, and you have to make sure all your DLL files are hitting this ELF class 32 trap. This means 64-bit engine tried to load a 32-bit DLL client.so, and we are fixing the symbolic link for client.so and need to restart GDB. Why does the server say back now is now activated? If so, get your fake IP, connect from your game client. Net status. Check the networking status. Yeah, so this went on for about like 6 hours or something. I don't even know how long this went on for. And I had to run this test in GDB. So I may have had to run this in GDB in order to see how create interface was giving me segfault, because it was giving me segfault because it didn't have these 32-bit DLLs. Because see how like I just scrolled past by it, but like it was hitting memory address 0. These game bin lines and game info are most likely reason that 0x0 null pointer. By adding Linux 64 suffix, you're pointing engine directly to your 64 server.so. So I mean, we have these like major symbolic linking errors. Not like symbolic links as in debug, but for the DLLs loading for the create interface. Create interface basically means load up this DLL and use the functions inside of it in order to get Steam to run. So yeah. So if you see a core dump, you can investigate it with cat space tilde slash source underscore SDK underscore 2013 slash debug.log somewhere. You could also spit out some debug logs, but I just see where we started. Yeah, so lib tier 0 underscore srv.so needed LDD, needed these ln minus sf linkings of lib tier 0 underscore srv to for where it was located. And if you don't do this, when you are crashing, you will crash. And for system lib std c++. So your system might have a different layout. This is where I'm going with this. This is why I keep scrolling up and just keep ranting about the nightmare of this. Because you need to have lib tier 0, lib svtd lib also link. So there's quite a bit of these DLLs that you have to. Lib tier 0, lib std lib, libsteam API. The list is actually kind of long, but you have to, yeah, here we go. If you look at my screen, data, I don't know, it was like long. Like I linked all this. I just linked everything. And I was like, okay, these are the right files. These are 64-bit. Link these up. Keep linking them, and it was just like connecting a bunch of stuff. And after a while, it just had all the DLLs they needed. It worked. I was like, no one else is gonna be able to do this stupid thing. Go on the AI. You got half these people hate AI. They're like, if it's still sig faults, well, I'm guessing people that host TF2 servers have figured this out a long time ago. I'm not sure. There is a guide somewhere, only the super, I don't know. But this is more of related to, the reason it says base on my beginning of my prompt is because I have Anaconda also installed on the server so I could run AI. Steam user doesn't, that's why he doesn't have that. Alright, so how would we get this mod HL2MP onto the server? Let's just zip it up, send it to our HTTP local server, and just download it. So I have a Apache installed, and I can just CD into it, and then throw up a zip file into the main folder. And that's, I could actually do this with FileZilla. Like I can just log into the server and do it that way. So I'll do it that way because most of you will have SSH, and you just put your SSH credentials into FileZilla, connect, go to your source point folder where you zipped it up. Oh, that's authentication failed. Oh, my Steam user password changed. So let me fix all that. Oh, you guys already saw my Steam password, but whatever. So, where is the server? I think it's in this folder. It's in this like source SDK 2013 folder. And we could just straight up copy the mod. We don't even need to get the zip file, because then I have to unzip it, look up the Linux command, because I keep forgetting it. Let's just upload this. The problem is we don't have the binaries. I don't know if my binaries have the shader deal. We'll just copy them over using this. Was it all successful? Like, oh, I just need to look at the bottom of this. Why is it copying super huge file? Is this the DLL file that it doesn't need? Oh yeah, it's stupid ass symbols file for Windows. Yeah, successfully transferred crap. Okay, 64-bit. But in mod crime, we have the actual server.so. And we have all this linking. Oh, we have all this linkage in here. Crap. Can we copy this linkage? Will it work? Like, what would happen? Okay, so in bin, let's just copy Linux 64, see what it would do. A 200 megabyte DLL, wow. This is like source everything. So what would happen when we copy this back? My guess, it would have been better to just run a copy command on Linux instead of doing it like this. Yeah, let's do that. So we have to do... We have to copy home/theme/source SDK 2013/mod prime Linux 64 to mod HL2NP and use recurse CP -R. I believe that's how you do it. I had it open here. Yeah, CP -R source directory, destination directory. Okay, cool. Let's just... I don't think the destination directory exists. Let's just put this in, see what it'll tell us. Okay, so we copied this shit. I didn't have to like do this stupid Windows thing. Wow, it's only at 248 kilobytes of my local server. That's hella terrible. I hate Wi-Fi. This is why I really hate Wi-Fi. This is why people can't print things at their home Wi-Fi, and they have a Wi-Fi printer, and they keep telling you that Wi-Fi, I mean, their printer is broken. You're like, no, it's not broken. It's the fact that you don't want a few more wires in the house and more security, because you don't want to run Cat 6 everywhere, which like makes things better. Yeah, it's lagging so bad. But I might as well download this slug. This file is like 15 minutes down. Oh, 15 minutes. I can't wait that long. can I pause it? I can pause it. No, you can't. You should be able to. Like, I remember before in Windows XP and 7, we were able to pause these stupid cute FTP downloads. Alright. So what we want to do, let's cat start crime6.sh. Echo starting crime words instance dev port export. So I've created a bat file. I mean shell file. I don't know what it's called. I think it's shell bash. I don't think it's bash programming. It's just shell programming. I keep getting bash and shell programming mixed up. Okay, so our source directory with this, our mod name will be mod hl2 mp. Our map will be dm_lockdown, the default map. Let's make our port 27015 default. Then we have to export these source path, mod name, LD library path, whatever all that crap means. I don't know, it's just like complicated. If you just look at the screen, you can figure this out. Starting, we'll say starting Half-Life 2 NP V3000. V3000 is my case. It's like this big ass Leon Lee freaking case that can hold like 2 motherboards and putting like Raspberry Pis in there and just hiding stuff in that thing. The thing is like a locker. And yeah, let's see if we could save this. I'm going to save it into my website's backend because I want to make a cloud thing. Like later, if I have like Google instances, I want to have this code like ready. Like this is my template for matchmaking, just creating the server. That's it. I mean, you could actually matchmake without this, meaning that since it's like this, one of the players can be the host, and if it's like an 8-player game, but maybe for like a big old battle royale, you would want a dedicated. So that way there's no player that's like gonna just disconnect and everything just goes to shit. And it can also be non-SDR. So you just forward the port, it'll be like less lag. Or more lag. Like SDR does reduce lag too. Alright, so we created this new file. I've created it using Notepad here. What I'm going to do is copy it, type in nano start underscore hl2np 1.sh. I'll just name it 1.sh for now, because I know there's going to be a second one. I'm going to mess something up. And then I'm just going to type in /start hl2np 1.sh. I may have to cancel downloading this binary though off the server. Permission denied. Okay, chmod plus x start underscore hl2np 1.sh. That should get rid of that. Double tap up arrow, run it. Alright, so setting up breakpad mini dump app ID equals 244310. No. Failed to load libt info. Okay, so this is what I got before. Why? So let's just copy paste this into the AI and it'll start telling us on how to fix this. Because you will run into this shit if I did. And it was this thread, right? Yeah, I see a bunch of hex zeros in here. I'm going to tell it, I changed mods and help, it crashed again. What do I do from the beginning? Terminal, colon, and then you just like tell it like, tell the AI like, you know, trying to run this like HL2NP. Because yeah, like you might like start by compiling HL2NP, and then you you work on your mod, and you're like, okay, okay. You might have created a circular dependency. Oh, that sounds awesome. That means you can go in the circle. Cool. Using BreakPad mini dump system version 2000, app ID 244.3.10.1. App ID is the source SDK based multiplayer client. However, your server should be using 320 or dedicated server to 3230. This app mismatch often causes an immediate abort because Steam Client refuses to author a dedicated server on client app ID. Fuck you. Fuck you. I want it to be on that app ID though. Alright, so let's go in and change. It doesn't tell us we need to link anything though. Because the mod folder has changed, we don't have to do that elf stuff that I did, but you will have to do that. I was hoping it was going to take us through that, but it's not, because mine is fixed. So, yeah, you're going to have to just, when you hit it, run GDB on it or something, and then just keep prompting AI. Or if you're a Linux expert, you can just figure out why, create interface, and how you LD link it with my -sf from one file to another where it exists using find. I think that's like the highlight of this tutorials / Steam server source SDK 2013 session. So let's go change game info's Steam app ID, I guess. This is our problem here. Oh god, it's lagging. It's just like, it's making me so mad. It's making me so mad, and I still don't want to wait for this. It's at 54%. I might as well go eat or something, but whatever. We'll just suffer through this. It's not like it's that bad. But I think it is affecting the stream. Probably horribly. So let's use app ID 232370. I think that's the same one I have over there. I commented out the other one. So I CD'd into mod_HLPNP, nano game info the text, changed Steam app ID to 232. What's the something 10? We could have tried 320 also, but I changed it to 232.370. Not 10. 232.370. Which I don't know what it'll do, because I think I need to add this to that authentication thing, and then change my authentication token. All right, so it didn't launch because it does fail to load the DLLs. This prompt is so laggy. All right, so it did say ls server.so. ls-l server SDK. So let's see. You ran cp. Make sure file actually landed. Run this. see if our server.so actually exists. Steam, yeah, so the permissions are right on it. It's set to everything. It can execute, it can do stuff. Okay, I use the dedicated thing IP file. Check for deadly symbolic link. We run file command onto the DLL the server does. Just tell it the result of this. Yeah, it wants to know what file type of so. The short circuit, we found a broken symbolic link. In source engine, source SDK specifically looking for physical file. You need to delete the broken link and provide an actual binary. So you're running 64-bit server, the file actually you want is named server underscore SRV. Sometimes the dedicated server version. Yeah, so the server.so is for the graphics version in Linux, and server.srv is for dedicated server only. I believe on Windows it's not that way, it's just server.dll. So there's a little different in conductivity here. So it should look something like server.srv.so colon elf 64-bit LSB shared object. The server.so versus the server's logic. So let's go analyze bin directory. Yeah, so we got these so files in here. They're fake though. They're all symbolic links. This .sh file. Let's remove it, I guess, and copy it over again. I don't know how that's going to help. It's like doing the same thing. It should no longer say symbolic link. It should be like this, elf. Oh, I see what the difference is. So when you use cp underscore r, it just like symbolic links it from the other folder. That's so stupid. Yeah. All right, so now we got this. You will see this. You would be doing this elf 64-bit LSB object shared object a lot, which basically means a shared DLL. The version blah blah dynamically linked build ID hash SHA whatever with build not stripped. Okay, so we got an unstripped, full, uncompressed. I don't know if it's compressed, but that sometimes matters. Sometimes for like Android APK packing. Okay. And why are we an insecure dev instance? I want to be a secure instance. Oh, because of this insecure flag. So we should remove this flag. And we should add the other two flags. Huh, but we're still not that far. We're still in this broken phase. Like, we still should be able to load the server up without having to have these DLLs missing. We have to copy paste from up here. And the voltage does not go through the copper. You cannot recycle it. Okay. Is there an app ID inside this? Yeah, you have to change the app ID. Cat Steam app ID? No. Yeah, underscore app ID.text. I don't think that exists. Yeah, I don't see it. Cat game info.text. It's like, where is it getting this crap? Is it maybe parsing this file wrong? Where is it getting 4,310? We don't want the base client. We want Alright, let's use strace. We could use GDB. Maybe I'm using bad file path here. Let's look at the file path here. Mod name, yeah, so it should be using the right mod name in the script. Let's just run it in debug mode. Or strace, sorry. strace dash e space trace equals open, comma, open at, dot slash start, HLTMP, blah, blah, blah. Alright. That gives us a dump. Cat Steam app ID.text. We may, I don't know what this app ID has in it. Oh, this is the app ID. So let's see. So let's mv steam app ID dot. We may have to copy this entire folder. Like I may have to like make another replica of this folder. Just for like my own custom mod, while having another one for like HL2MP. Just so there could be like two side by side. I will have to like go through the headache twice, but it gets faster. Alright, so let's just nano into Steam app ID inside the root of the server. that we installed with Steam CMD. For some reason, I spelled Steam App ID wrong. Oh, I moved it. Yeah, so nano Steam App ID .text doesn't exist because I moved it. Okay, good. Okay, so let's just put in 232370 in there. See if we're missing any ELF files. Let's just run it without the strace first. If it crash, seg faults, whatever. Yeah, so it failed. Don't know why we're still on this app ID though. Because it puts it in for us. Huh. Damn it. But who cares? I'm gonna tell it to ignore app ID. It's being set by new SDK and terminal. Just give it like a good chunk that I've been trying back and forth. We're gonna need to run LLD in order to fix this shit. Then we'll make it secure and not SVLAN, and yeah. Let's just launch the game while this is like, might go through this recursive search path logic error. Your search for the several lines like blah 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 blah. Game conflict path. No. Maybe we do need to set the app ID back to of what it was in game info to what it was in game info to this crap, because we're going to use this crap anyway. Alright, so we need to run this command ldd tilde slash source underscore SDK underscore 2013 slash mod underscore hl2mp slash bin slash linux 64 slash server srv dot so. Does anything say not found? Alright. Yeah. Not found, not found, not found. So we need to link up lib tier 0.so, lib svtd libso, and lib steam api.so. So every time you create a new mod folder, you will have to do this by hand. Not exactly, you can write a script for it, but you just have to know about this. Alright, so we have to tell it this. And it'll tell us, so we run find command. It's pretty simple. We're missing some sim links. Please provide the command to find and link them. It already knows this from the past context, but its context is kind of rotting already. We can tell because like my Chrome is just, ugh. This tab is just like, ugh. Not so happy with me today. It's lagging because it's so long. It's just like so much text is in there. All right, navigate to the bin folder, to the Linux 64 folder inside a bin of the mod. I knew we were gonna go here. Create the symbolic links. Create symbolics to the core engine libraries in the root bin. No, that's the wrong way to do it. The way you do it is you do locate. Can I just take everything in here and just dump it into a Notepad++ file? Ah, oh no. This is gonna be bad. I've frozen it. Yeah. Is there any way I can like just hit share, export this to a document, and then just like search it? I guess not, but yeah, so your stats will work as long as you do this with your own Steam app ID that you bought on Steam. You should be able to do stats and all the Steam API stuff, but you see kind of like the difference with the HL2 and P mod. So you might have the achievements for that, but they're just like whatever they put in there. We're kind of trying to do this like really hacky little like sidebar. Well, the sidebar is this thing will compile for you kind of out of the box. You still need to do a little bit of work, but then you make a clone of this for your own mod app ID, and you could actually use the Half-Life 2 MP one and have your own DLL, and just change the mod folders so other people don't try to join your server that don't have your code. It'll just not work. Like, I want to make it so people can join my server because everybody gets the same code, right? Then just compile a map and then pack rat it and be like, oh, here, join my other server. Now let me see if I can copy all this. I should export this to a document later and just put it up as a tutorial on ModDB. Because this is like really cool. Like, who wouldn't want like 50 pages of me like messing with my Linux box in the middle of the night trying to make a Half-Life 2 MP server and Crime Wars server work? Just because like you need to link ELF files. I don't think this is going to allow me to copy paste this that easily, but as long as I can copy paste the locate command and the thing after it, alright. Verification. Once this, yeah, just die. I'm gonna put this into WordPad to see if I get the formatting right. I should actually have OpenOffice. I don't know if I do on this. Not OpenCoffin. Stupid Windows. It's so like derogatory. I'm ashamed. Politically incorrect Windows. Okay. We've copy pasted one line. Like, what the hell happened here? Like, why did it copy paste this? OpenOffice is so much better than Microsoft Word. Like, yeah, like, what the? Ugh. I can't even speak, it's so stupid. AI has rotted my brain. from the infernal of like everything. Here is the fastest way to fix your current environment and get Steam CMD running. Just break your computer. No, I'm just being like trying to waste time here while this loads. Oh no, okay. So let's just run a locate command here. Locate tier, just from what I can remember, 0.so, like stupid AI. Locate not found. Give me a solve with plocate. Please ask your administrator. No, it's not how you do it. Yeah, you might have to run finding the DLLs. Why is this telling me how to run this on Azure? Oh, it's because like I tried to ask it like, how do I set this up to run like on all the major cloud servers like G-Cloud, Azure, AWS. So yeah, like you got to get good at this. So if you're gonna run this, and like you can get free credits. Damn it, I should have like links in the description, but oh, whatever. It's all Google's fault. Like they make such bad AI. Like everybody make bad AI. Like I can't tell you if Grok or ChatGPT is worse. They both suck. So does Gemini. So does like there's some ones that are on maybe Hugging Face that are okay, that are for their size, but even those are bad. And because they all have context, right? They all want like a crazy GPU. It's all not worth it. There's no nice to comfy UI it without having like some stupid web server that like burns through like recyclables like faster than a fire. Alright. Like how can I copy all of this? I just want to copy all this. It tells me to upgrade, but my work account is upgraded. Like, that's not fair. Like, they're making me double pay for, like, the same thing. Yeah, like, I would have to sit here for an hour and just, like, copy-paste this by part. They had a shared thing, like export to whatever. That's all it did. Okay. Like, why is it so dumb? Let's just, like, search in here. Locate. Tier 0. Are we even in the right tab? We should be. Yeah, because, oh yeah, install TF2 64-bit because you need the TF2, I don't know which TF2 this is. Either it's the TF2 that you get from Steam, or I think it's the TF2 you get from Steam, or it's the yeah, from this SDK. Because you need their, run this. I think that's the step that we kind of skipped, is installing TF2 SDK. And we borrow their DLLs because this server is TF2 server also. because of the TF2 SDK is a part of this. It says to copy them, but I think I just need to symbolically link them. They say that misspelling stuff makes the AI pissed. I mean, stupider, but I think it makes it smarter because it implies, like, it has to inference more. Well, I think the more, like, Google-ish, like, they released, like, next gen and did all this stupid, like, dumb crap. Alright, so it says reforce the exact current asking names. So we're in this folder, right? From these inside of reforce create links with exact names for binary asking for. We're gonna ln sf home Steam source SDK 2013 / bin64 lib tier 0 server lib tier 0 lib and Steam API lib stv dip. So I'm gonna just copy paste this into Notepad and one by one just type these symbolic links. Oops. And then I'm gonna rerun the ldd command after running ln command and check that my symbolic links for server so are okay. This still says they're not found. Shit, why? They should be found. Let's cd into this directory, list it, and then send it to AI and see what he thinks. Yeah, they're here. Let's LSAL so we know, so he could see the sizes, because some of this is like links to links. So he may have linked it wrong. I think he didn't account for the fact that we have underscore SRV. Something linked wrong. Yeah, because some of them have lib in the front or no, underscore SRV in the back. Okay, let's cd into this and put .ld library path ld library path equals dot, which signifies here. All right, so we got them all. The magic command was capital LD underscore capital LCD into the mod HLP into bin Linux 64 folder. Then capital LD underscore library capital underscore path capital equals dot space LDD space server.so. What should happen? The not found lines will disappear. Shadow confirms the wiring is good. And the clean circuit for your scripts. So let's run our script. He created a new script for us. Let's just like take this new script, just put it inside our source underscore SDK 2013 folder. We'll just do nano start. I don't like having some trash ones here, so it'd be nice to clean this up. And we wanted to just like run some cool squirrel scripts, but I'm just getting so hungry. Make a map and do all these other things. What is wrong with this? Oh, I'm just like hungry typing. Ugh. Damn it. We have to tell it that it works, but it didn't work. There's still some piece of the puzzle here. So if we could actually run this in GDB, since we compiled this DLL, we could actually break it inside of it. Since it's debug build. You need a dedicated flag. Let's check the other configs. Does this have dedicated flag? No. It has minus console flag. It's hallucinating some crap here. Alright, what we need to do is not do this. How to run in GDB cat Steam app ID 243750. Go to mod HL2NP. Go into game info. Comment out the other one, comment this one back in, save it, go into the first startup script, run that. It's still broken. So I'm typing R so it keeps running. I'm just waiting for it to crash or say something really bad. Can't read all this, it's like annoying. I think there is like some GDB command to just like keep running until you crash. Then just tell me where you crashed. I don't remember which was the right way to do this. Or maybe it is crashing. Maybe it's N. Run. Oh, it is crashing. I'm just like rerunning it. Backtrace. Oh, BT. Okay, I type in BT. No stack. Is it just because it's missing the stupid libthread-db so? No, it's because missing these two 32-bit things. Forget how to do this. Whatever. Can we just go back to where strace ran? Whatever. Let's just copy paste all this and see what it thinks. The problem is I'm not seeing the DLLs and okay. Let's run it with catch. Oh shit. Ah, damn it. Typed in some garbage. Sometimes that's fatal. What if we say no? That stupid download all this weird stuff crap and just catch system call exit group and put in run, then type in backtrace. So it gets into init mod, and somewhere in there it just fails. Okay. So I guess we do have some sort of app ID, stupid crap. No such file directory, exit. Like, what the hell? I think it's just a stupid configuration file problem now. Yeah, it's telling me immediate BIOS correction. Let's go change. Does the map exist? Yeah, that's the other thing. So we do get an error from tier 0. But is it tier 0 that's missing? I don't think so. You have these lines, app ID 237. On this the setup engine cannot resolve app ID 2437 that returns a null path. Alright, so it can't resolve these paths. Change your game info. Oh, that's stupid. I really don't want to. I want it to be. Alright, what's the app ID for Source SDK multiplayer? Like, I kind of have it memorized, but I don't. But I do. It's running, right? This is stupid. This is so stupid. Yeah, so it's this. This is just for the multiplayer, though. So the dedicated server actually is only 32-bit or something. Or is it on Windows? I forget. Yeah, so the dedicated server is stupid. It is stupid. Why wouldn't it be smart? Alright, so the other dedicated Source SDK multiplayer, though, has the dedicated server thing. Right? It's weird. Okay. Alright, so what we need to do is install Source SDK multiplayer. It's Steam CMD somehow, I think. Damn it. That's weird. Funny how I got this one to work, but not the other one. So this one has its own app ID, right? Yeah. Wow, this one, let's just change the app ID to what it is on the client. Again, I guess. It should be, okay, it is what it is on the client. 247, whatever. The regular Steam SDK, blah blah blah. Okay, let's just get rid of this for whatever reason. Game info path, app ID, HL2MP. Maybe this is the problem. So what if we use Steam CMD to install app ID 3750. I should have told it though, because I want the game info to be identical equivalent of what I'm on Windows, so I can connect to my Linux server. We didn't get Steam API error this time. That's good. In the game. Okay, Steam CMD plus force install anonymous app update validate quit. Run this in turn, replace your path with your actual source SDK location if it differs. When you use app ID tag in your game info, engine looks for specific folder structure created by Steam. By using force install dir, you're ensuring that VPK files are physically located where engine expects them. The base source SDK only provides an engine store and core VPKs. Your collector, your mod layer on top of these base. Post-install warning. Once these download finish, you need to verify that HL2 and PNG folder are inside. I don't want them to be inside this folder. I already have these files, but I'm not sure if they're the right. Maybe I spelled DM lockdown wrong. That would be fun. I don't think so. It's funny how it's not picking up that the app ID is installed. Can we run a Steam CMD command to tell us what apps are installed? Let's try to run the other server then. We'll just like mess with it. Yeah, it runs. So it's loading all this stuff. Let's look at our game info.txt. The crime mod. Alright, so it's not using that app ID thing inside of it like the other one is. Interesting. Okay. So what we have to do is we have to copy this one and put it in there. Okay. Fuck. Can we put it to a folder under? Yeah, we can. We'll just copy paste this. Rename the other one. Some others will envy it. We'll move it so we know that we had that crap. Link 2 instances here. Because we need that app ID to start out as 243750. Source SDK app ID. Because this one does not use that other naming thing. And then for game, we'll just rename it to the other game. My first HL2 mod, title Half-Life, title 2 Deathmatch. And then map background, we'll get rid of this. Damn it. Why is that there? Should we save this somewhere? Test mod game info.txt. We'll save this shit for whatever reason. Copy paste this. Go to mod 2mp mv game info.txt to old game info text nano game info.txt. Copy paste this shit in. So it was both the L files and this, so we went through quite a bit here. I don't even know why we're doing all this. Seems like a stupid thing to do to host a Half-Life 2 server when you can just go play it right now. Okay, so no, so we launched crime, no. We launched the wrong crap, go away. Quit. Start hl2np1.sh. And we crashed. Oh no, we're running. We're live. Spec secure mode is disabled, but our server's online. Fuck. Shit. Cool. Oh no. So I don't know if this mod is allowed to do this. Oh, we do have a server. What was the IP though? Damn it. I didn't read the most important thing. someone breaks the... That's my local IP. Okay. So let's quit the server. We could keep it running for fun. Just to demonstrate I could launch more instances. While that one's running, we're like... we have another one. One's like a local, you know, like you want your LAN party one that you don't want people to join. So SU Steam. Right. Something. Yeah, so I create a config file that has SDR. Now I'm just changing permission. Chmod plus X allows execution of a file or script on Linux. See if it worked. Okay. Warning, port is unavailable. Is unavailable. Bound to 21 instead. Bound to... Alright, so let's change this port to be 27025. I guess every 5 ports is good because it allocates 3 ports. Dedicated, yes. Server, okay. Let's refresh our server browser here. DM lockdown not found or valid. Huh? The crap? Oh, maybe I got the folder wrong. This is the problem. Let's save this file as start mod HL2np3.sh. Yeah, mp3. Game should have been mod underscore HL2np. This, oh, this path is right. It's my game thing. Okay. So let's nano that file again. It would be easier to write RM, delete it, and just copy paste regenerate it. Then I just didn't have to, yeah. And then I could just up arrow the chmod. Alright, so we got a public IP. Or fake IP. Fake IP allocation succeeded. Public IP to Steam is... something failed, but whatever. So let's join this server. You are in secure mode. You must be start before you can connect to secure servers. Fuck. Shit. Damn it. Alright. This is my client that's in good. Because we can run the server in insecure mode so anybody can connect. So let's make another config and allow this type of networking. And say this as MP4 with a different port, 30. Let's keep the secure server running. Duplicate it. It'll just sleep basically. It should. It's programmed to do that. SU Steam. Password for Steam. CD home. Steam. Source SDK. You install Source SDK with Steam CMD and you use that 24/3/750 app ID, and you might have to log in or something. So nano start HL2NP 4.sh, copy paste with our insecure flag. I don't know if I got the insecure flag right or wrong. I believe it's 1 dash, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I am, who knows. We'll find out when we launch it. Why is server config? Oh, it's just like I have to type it out. I can't believe it. So it's not in secure mode, but it has a public IP? Anybody can join now? Which one is insecure? Okay, the one with no valve thing? Alright, so I connected through Steam. Look at my ping. Here, it's like 14. Oh, that's actually really good. But it's 30. It's actually like 30, 40. That's what I remember it to be. Yeah, so we should create a map. And anybody with the client should be able to connect to this. Because the default client... Yeah, so you need to host like 2 servers at least. One with secure... Because it's possible to connect to the secure server too. Do I have that loaded? Which ones do I have loaded? I have like once. It'd just be interesting. Like I've seen a dude. He did like a battle royale mode, like in Hammer, almost. Like I can decompile the map, look at all the entities, and we could use Squirrel script with that, and just somehow just AI slop together. Because all people really need to download is like nothing. And then we could try to pack rat it. Like the bare minimum, like just download nothing. Like the size of this mod is nothing. But the size of the maps will be something. But we do need to, oh yeah, 500 megs. Half a gig. And that's debug build. And we could, I believe, compile it. This is 33. Okay, so this one's 33. Which one is this? Oh, I need to just... Window. Or view. It's view. Properties thing. property pages. Shift F4. No, not property pages. It's what is it called? Properties window, F4. Sorry. 33. Which one's the blank one? 34. 33 is the main code base. Or kinda. And then 35 will be NPCs. Yeah, but it's funny because you could kind of have generic actors. And then just like add the animations. And have them download inside the map. But I would need an asset system or a pack Reddit. Alright, what if we just did this scene? Save as. Let's just name it this. I didn't pack Reddit or use some kind of instances or any kind of generation, but it's just file syllabus. What? Stupid thing. Why is it copy pasting more crap? Alright, so we go into our mod folder, copy into maps. We do need to configure it so it like HTTP downloads the map and put the file like on GitHub or something. So that way we have like an asset server. I think it'll work off GitHub, but that's like could be hallucination. Human hallucination. Alright, so we made this file called crimersactors.psp. Let's make a config for it. I'll launch a server that's insecure so anybody can connect to this. Increment port by 5. Save, copy, login instance into server. That's at home. Linux box. Type in password. SU Steam. Type in Steam's password. Go into Stores SDK. No. Crap. What I did there. I should type in the right password. Maybe I shouldn't. Like, what does that do? What is... it shouldn't switch user, though, because there is no user like this. Okay, good. Instead of sudo, I should have put nano. Start. We need to name this correctly though, but whatever. I just wanted to see if what would happen if I join a server where I don't have the map. I do have it, but obviously, but it's just like not in the right folder right now. Oh, so it'll just download it like that. That's not that bad though. So a megabyte will take me about 30 seconds. So if it's like 10 megabytes, yeah, it's better through HTTP.